Welcome, traveler, to Bedtime Travel Stories, your gateway to tranquil journeys across the globe. Unwind with our soothing tales, and let your imagination roam free as you drift into peaceful sleep. As the first light of dawn creeps over the horizon, it gently illuminates the towering spires of Angkor Wat, casting a golden glow over the ancient temple complex. In these serene early hours, the air is cool and filled with the sweet scent of frangipani, inviting us to step into a world where history whispers through the stones. The temple stands majestic and silent, surrounded by the lush Cambodian jungle. Its reflection on the nearby water basins is a perfect mirror image, a sight so mesmerizing that it feels as if time itself has paused to admire its own creation. Angkor Wat, a symbol of Cambodia's heart and soul, slowly reveals its contours and carved galleries as the sun rises higher. Each ray of light plays over elaborate bas-reliefs and through the labyrinthine corridors, casting long shadows that dance quietly across the corridors. This morning, as birds begin their songs and the foliage rustles softly in the gentle breeze, Angkor Wat is not just an archaeological marvel, but a living canvas, telling stories of devotion, grandeur, and the passage of time. The temple complex, originally constructed in the early 12th century, was intended as a personal mausoleum for King Suryavarman II and dedicated to Vishnu, a Hindu deity. It stands today as a testament to the ingenuity and dedication of the Khmer Empire. As the world awakens around it, Angkor Wat remains stoic and dignified, its 5 lotus-like towers reaching towards the sky as if in silent prayer, beckoning the day to begin with reverence and awe. This place, where ancient and modern spirits blend seamlessly, serves as a gateway to the past. Each stone and statue holding a memory, each passageway echoing the footsteps of both pilgrims and kings. The tranquility of the dawn at Angkor Wat is a profound experience, inviting visitors to walk its sacred grounds, to feel the weight of history beneath their feet and the peace of the morning in their hearts. Today, let us wander through these hallowed halls and expansive courtyards, our hearts open to the stories etched in stone and our minds receptive to the lessons of resilience and beauty imparted by this majestic temple. As we begin our journey through Angkor Wat, allow the tranquility of this ancient wonder to envelop you, soothing your spirit as we delve deeper into its storied past, exploring the marvels and mysteries of a place where history lives and breathes. Angkor Wat, conceived as an architectural epitome of the celestial world, was built by King Suryavarman II around the first half of the 12th century, aiming to demonstrate both his devotion to Vishnu and his unrivaled royal authority over the Khmer Empire. Strategically located at the heart of his empire, Angkor Wat was not only a spiritual nexus, but also a powerful symbol of political might, embodying the connection between divine rule and earthly governance that characterized ancient Khmer leadership. The construction of Angkor Wat was an endeavor that required the labor of thousands, from skilled artisans and stone carvers to countless laborers, all working in a highly organized and structured society with advanced knowledge of engineering and architecture. Unlike many temples of the time which were dedicated posthumously, Angkor Wat was unique because King Suryavarman II commissioned it within his lifetime, a decision that underscored his ambition and the temple's significance as a personal legacy and seat of power. The layout of Angkor Wat mirrors the Hindu vision of the universe, with its central towers representing Mount Meru, the axis mundi in Hindu cosmology, and its outer walls and moat symbolizing the mountain ranges and oceans that border the earthly plane. Over the decades, the construction of Angkor Wat evolved to include vast galleries of bas-reliefs, which depict not only Hindu mythology, but also scenes of everyday life and historical events, offering a panorama of the cultural and spiritual life of the empire. After the death of Suryavarman II, Angkor Wat gradually transformed from a Hindu center into a Buddhist temple, reflecting the region's religious flux, yet it continued to be a place of pilgrimage and spiritual importance. The temple's orientation towards the west, unusual for Hindu temples which typically face east, has intrigued scholars and led to various interpretations, one being that it was designed as a funerary temple for its patron king, symbolizing the setting sun and the end of life. Despite enduring centuries of natural wear and political upheaval, including the eventual decline of the Khmer Empire in the 15th century, Angkor Wat has remained remarkably preserved, a testament to the durability of its construction and the reverence it commands. Rediscovered by the Western world in the 19th century, when French naturalist Henri Mouhot brought it to international attention, Angkor Wat rose to global prominence, captivating explorers and historians with its grandeur and mystique, becoming a symbol of Cambodia's proud heritage. The architectural design of Angkor Wat is a masterclass in harmony and precision, showcasing the Khmer Empire's advancements in construction techniques and artistic detail, orchestrated on a scale that remains awe-inspiring to this day. The temple complex is a microcosm of the Hindu universe, designed to represent an earthly model of the cosmic world, with its central quincunx of towers symbolizing Mount Meru, surrounded by 4 smaller towers representing the mountains' surrounding peaks. Each of the temple's towers rises majestically against the Cambodian sky, with the highest tower standing at over 65 meters, serving both as a focal point for religious devotion and as a visual representation of the spiritual journey towards enlightenment. Angkor Wat's layout is a geometric marvel, consisting of 3 rectangular galleries rising to a central shrine, each level higher than the last, meticulously planned to align with astrological phenomena, including the equinoxes, which cast an ethereal light through the temple's core. The outer gallery walls are adorned with extensive bas-reliefs and carvings that narrate stories from Hindu epics, including the Ramayana and the Mahabharata, as well as scenes depicting celestial beings, historical battles, and the daily life of the Khmer people. These narratives are carved with such depth and intricacy that they act almost as spiritual texts in stone, teaching and reflecting the philosophical and religious beliefs of the empire, accessible to all who wander through its expansive corridors. The use of sandstone, quarried from the holy mountain of Phnom Kulen and transported to the site, lends the structures a distinctive warm hue that glows at sunrise and sunset, enhancing the spiritual ambiance of the temple. Ingenious engineering methods were employed in the construction of Angkor Wat, including the use of laterite for hidden structural elements and a sophisticated corbelling technique to achieve the towering arches and galleries without the use of mortar. The temple's moat, an impressive engineering feat, not only provided protection but also stabilized the temple's foundation by preventing groundwater from rising too high and threatening the stability of the sandy soil. The precision with which the temple aligns with the cardinal points and celestial paths is a testament to the Khmer architects' deep understanding of astronomy and their desire to create a sacred space that harmonized with the cosmos. Water plays a symbolic and functional role in the layout of Angkor Wat, with the moat and basins reflecting the Hindu cosmological oceans and intricate water channels within the temple complex representing the rivers flowing from Mount Meru. As visitors walk through the ascending terraces of the temple, they experience a physical and symbolic ascent through the universe, guided by the architectural cues that lead invariably towards the central sanctuary, the holiest and most secluded part of Angkor Wat. This architectural journey is not only a walk through physical space, but also a passage through time and spirituality, designed to evoke a sense of awe and spiritual reflection, making every corner of Angkor Wat a quiet place for contemplation under the Cambodian sky. Angkor Wat's design and ornamentation are deeply rooted in Hindu cosmology, primarily honoring Vishnu, the god of preservation, which reflects the Khmer Empire's dedication to Hindu traditions and their integration into local beliefs. The temple's grandeur and meticulous architecture are considered a divine embodiment of Vishnu himself, mirroring his qualities of order, righteousness, and care for the cosmos. Over the centuries, as the spiritual landscape of the region evolved, so too did Angkor Wat, transitioning smoothly into a Buddhist temple, which it remains today, showcasing the fluidity and adaptability of religious practices in Cambodia. This seamless religious transition is evident in the eclectic mix of symbolic motifs and statues that now adorn the ancient site. The temple's bas-reliefs not only serve as artistic decorations, but are spiritual narratives that convey messages of morality, dharma, duty, and karma, guiding devotees and visitors in their spiritual contemplation and practices. These detailed carvings act as both educational tools and spiritual guides, illustrating scenes from legendary epics and sacred texts. Each gallery within the temple complex is designed as a mandala, a symbolic representation of the universe in Hindu and Buddhist iconography, encouraging meditation and reflection as one moves through the sacred space. The mandalas guide the spiritual journey of visitors, promoting a sense of inner peace and enlightenment as they progress through the temple. The central tower, rising above the others, is considered the most sacred area of Angkor Wat, symbolizing Mount Meru and serving as a focal point for religious ceremonies and offerings, drawing pilgrims and monks who continue to worship and meditate there. The architectural ascendancy of this tower is not only a feature of grandeur but also a physical representation of reaching towards divine knowledge and presence. The orientation of Angkor Wat to the west, unusual for a Hindu temple, is thought to relate to its funerary functions, with the west associated with death in Hindu culture, suggesting a deeper layer of spiritual symbolism intended by its builders. This orientation enhances the temple's mystique and aligns with the celestial significance of the setting sun in many cultures. The temple is also a site of astrological significance, with its design aligned to the solar cycle. This alignment is particularly notable during the equinoxes, when the sun rises perfectly over the central tower, an event that attracts both devout practitioners and curious spectators. Such celestial events highlight the sophistication of Khmer astronomy and its integration into spiritual architecture. In addition to its significance in Hinduism and Buddhism, Angkor Wat has become a symbol of Khmer national pride and identity, revered not only for its religious importance, but also as a testament to the ingenuity and spirit of Cambodia's ancestors. It stands as a beacon of cultural resilience and continuity, drawing visitors from all over the world who come to admire its beauty and significance. The preservation of traditional ceremonies at Angkor Wat, such as the annual Khmer New Year celebration, underscores its ongoing role as a living center of religious and cultural activity, bridging past traditions with contemporary Cambodian life. These events are filled with vibrant rituals, music and community gatherings that breathe life into the ancient stones. As night falls and the temple is bathed in the moonlight, the serene atmosphere is palpable, with the air filled with the gentle sounds of chanting and the fragrance of incense, as modern-day worshippers continue to find solace and guidance within its ancient walls. The temple transforms into a tranquil oasis of spirituality, where the worries of the temporal world dissolve into the timeless essence of the sacred. Angkor Wat, more than just a religious monument, was once the vibrant center of the Khmer Empire, bustling with activity from religious ceremonies to the daily exchanges of its inhabitants. The air would have been rich with the scents of incense and fresh offerings, adding a sensory depth to the visual spectacle of the architecture. The surrounding areas of the temple complex served as residential spaces for priests, artisans, and workers who lived within the outer enclosure, contributing to the temple's upkeep and participating in its many festivals and rituals. Their homes, built from organic materials, have long since returned to nature, leaving the stone temple to tell their stories. Markets likely thrived in the vicinity, where local traders and visiting merchants exchanged goods such as silk, spices, and ceramics, vital for the sustenance of Angkor Wat's community and the display of the empire's wealth and connectivity. These bustling marketplaces would have been a cacophony of sounds, smells, and colors, vibrant with the lifeblood of commerce. The temple also functioned as a hub for artistic expression. Sculptors, painters, and dancers congregated here, drawing inspiration from the divine sculptures and reliefs that adorned the temple walls. This creative epicenter was a dynamic space where art was not only created, but also celebrated and revered. Water management was crucial for sustaining life at Angkor Wat, evidenced by the sophisticated system of moats, reservoirs, and canals that not only enhanced the temple's grandeur, but also supported agriculture and daily water needs for the entire community. These waterworks were feats of engineering that demonstrated the Khmer's deep understanding of their environment. Education and learning flourished within the temple precincts, with Brahmin priests likely imparting knowledge on religion, astronomy, and medicine, utilizing the temple's libraries that housed sacred manuscripts and texts. The echoes of scholarly discourse and recitations of ancient lore would have filled the halls, contributing to the temple's atmosphere of reverence and wisdom. The daily life at Angkor Wat was punctuated by the sounds of gongs and chants, as daily rituals and prayers permeated the air, reinforcing the spiritual foundation of the community's existence. These sounds created a rhythmic backdrop to daily activities, infusing the temple with a constant reminder of its sacred purpose. Artisans and craftsmen in workshops within the temple complex continuously worked on maintaining and enhancing the temple's decorative elements, a testament to the ongoing creation and preservation that Angkor Wat commanded. The clinking of tools and the murmur of concentrated effort showcased the relentless dedication to beauty and durability. Festivals and religious celebrations were grand affairs, likely attracting people from across the empire, transforming the temple grounds into a spectacle of color, music, and dance, celebrating both the divine and the earthly joys. The air would have been thick with excitement, and the grounds alive with the energy of communal celebration. As dusk settled, oil lamps would light up the corridors, casting long shadows and illuminating the bas-reliefs, while the air cooled and the stone underfoot released the heat of the day, transitioning the temple from a bustling hub to a serene sanctuary. This nightly transformation allowed for moments of quiet contemplation and the soothing embrace of twilight peace. Angkor Wat is steeped in legends, its very foundations rooted in the mythical as much as the material, with tales that intertwine the gods and mortals, blurring the lines between history and myth. These stories have been passed down through generations, becoming as much a part of the temple structure as its stone carvings. One prominent legend tells of the construction of Angkor Wat itself, purportedly ordered by the god Indra as a palace for his son. This divine origin story illustrates the temple's perceived sanctity, suggesting it was not merely built by human hands, but was conceived in the cosmos destined for greatness. The temple walls are a visual storytelling tapestry, with extensive bas-reliefs depicting the churning of the ocean of milk, a Hindu myth that describes the gods and demons working together to stir the ocean using the serpent Vasuki to obtain Amrita, the elixir of immortality. This intricate depiction not only serves as a moral tale, but also as a testament to the artistic depth and spiritual complexity of the Khmer craftsman. Another captivating tale woven into the fabric of Angkor Wat is that of the celestial nymphs or apsaras, carved into the walls throughout the temple. These ethereal beings are said to inhabit the temple, dancing at dusk and dawn to bring pleasure to the gods and blessings to the faithful, their delicate forms embodying the celestial beauty and grace. The legend of Preah Pisnokar is another integral myth of Angkor Wat. He is often depicted as a sage who had vast architectural and engineering knowledge bestowed upon him by the gods, which he used to construct the temple, supposedly instilling the stones with magical properties to ensure their endurance. It is also said that hidden beneath Angkor Wat is an intricate labyrinth containing the remains of kings and precious treasures, guarded by serpents capable of cursing those who dare to enter. These hidden chambers have eluded discovery, shrouded in mystery and protected by the temple's sacred nature. The temple is believed to be a microcosm of the Hindu universe. Each architectural element represents a part of the cosmos, with the central tower standing as Mount Meru, the axis of the universe, surrounded by lesser peaks, continents, and the oceans depicted by the moat, creating a stone replica of the divine order. Local folklore also speaks of a powerful deity residing within Angkor Wat, protector of the Khmer people. This deity is said to possess the power to bring rain and harvest or to withhold them, directly influencing the well-being of the land and its people, thus intertwining the temple's existence with the fate of the Khmer Empire. The stories of Angkor Wat extend into the stars, with certain temple alignments corresponding to key astronomical events. These celestial connections are thought to be part of an ancient calendar system, which not only guided planting seasons and religious festivals, but also aligned the spiritual and temporal lives of the Khmer people. Finally, the tale of the Night of Angkor Wat is a popular modern myth. It speaks of a night when all the temple's stone figures miraculously come to life to revisit their glory days, celebrating royal processions and sacred dances under the moonlight, only to return to stone by dawn, lending a magical aura to the hallowed grounds that captivates the imagination of all who visit. Angkor Wat, transcending its ancient origins, plays a pivotal role in contemporary Cambodian society, serving as a symbol of national pride and cultural identity that resonates deeply with the Cambodian people. This iconic temple symbolizes the soul of the nation, intricately linked to its history and collective memory. Each year, the temple is at the heart of the Angkor Wat International Half Marathon, an event that draws thousands from around the globe, turning the temple into a backdrop for promoting health, sportsmanship, and international camaraderie. Runners traverse historical paths, their strides echoing through the corridors of time, beneath the watchful gaze of ancient stones. The temple complex also serves as the stunning locale for the annual Khmer Cultural Festival, where artists, musicians, and dancers from across Cambodia gather to celebrate and preserve the rich tapestry of Khmer arts and crafts, creating a vibrant atmosphere that bridges past and present. These festivities imbue the ancient stones with the rhythms and colors of contemporary Cambodian life. Visually, Angkor Wat features prominently in national artwork, literature, and media, symbolizing endurance and beauty. Its silhouette inspires countless works of art, serving as a muse for painters, writers, and filmmakers who seek to capture its timeless allure. Modern spiritual practices also find a place at Angkor Wat, with Buddhist monks frequently visiting the site for meditation and prayer, continuing the tradition of sanctity and reverence that has been a hallmark of the temple since its inception. Their saffron robes add a vivid splash of color against the gray stone, a testament to the living spiritual traditions maintained here. The temple's imagery adorns everything from the national currency to promotional materials for tourism, serving as a constant reminder of the country's historic resilience and cultural wealth. This omnipresent symbol is a source of national pride, deeply embedded in the everyday life of the Cambodian people. During national holidays, especially the Khmer New Year, Angkor Wat becomes a focal point for celebrations and prayers, drawing families from across the nation who participate in age-old rituals and offerings to seek blessings for prosperity and health. The air fills with the scent of incense and the sounds of traditional music, creating a festive and sacred atmosphere. The government of Cambodia collaborates with various international bodies to ensure the preservation of Angkor Wat, highlighting its role not only as a treasured heritage site, but also as a beacon of global cultural significance. These efforts are crucial in safeguarding the site for posterity, blending respect for heritage with modern conservation techniques. Educational programs organized at the site, including tours and workshops, aim to educate both locals and tourists about the architectural, historical, and spiritual significance of Angkor Wat, fostering a deeper appreciation and respect for its complexities. These initiatives help to ensure that the knowledge and admiration for this ancient wonder are passed down to future generations. The ongoing restoration efforts at Angkor Wat often in the spotlight in national news, serve as a testament to Cambodia's dedication to maintaining the structural and spiritual integrity of this monumental site, ensuring it endures for future generations. These restoration stories frequently highlight the dedication of craftsmen and experts who work tirelessly to preserve the temple's grandeur. At Angkor Wat, the passage of time and celestial cycles were not merely observed but celebrated with elaborate rituals and festivals that continue to resonate through time, showcasing the temple's role as both a sacred space and a celestial observatory. During the equinoxes, special ceremonies were held that involved the entire community, with rituals designed to honor the gods and request their blessings for the coming seasons. These events were synchronized with the solar alignment, illuminating specific temple hallways and sanctuaries, creating a spectacle of light and shadow. The layout of Angkor Wat facilitates a unique interaction with the lunar calendar as well, hosting ceremonies during both the full moon and new moon. These lunar events are believed to have dictated the timing of agricultural cycles and religious festivals, which were central to the Khmer way of life. Water plays a symbolic role in many of Angkor Wat's rituals, reflecting its cosmological significance. The moat and waterways around the temple were used during rainmaking ceremonies to invoke the water god, vital for the rice-farming Khmer civilization. The temple's western face, symbolizing the setting sun and thus the end of life, is the site for annual ceremonies dedicated to the ancestors. During these ceremonies, offerings are made to ensure peace and continuity between the past and present generations. Solstices at Angkor Wat bring their own set of rituals, particularly during the winter solstice, which marks the year's longest night and was considered a time of renewal and purification in the Khmer calendar. On these significant celestial events, monks gather to chant and meditate, continuing the ancient traditions of their forebears. These chants, echoing against the stone, create a resonant connection between the architecture and the attendees, enhancing the spiritual atmosphere. Tourists visiting today can still witness these traditions, particularly during the Khmer New Year, when Angkor Wat becomes a focal point for celebrations that blend ancient customs with contemporary Cambodian culture. Educational programs and guided tours now include explanations of these rituals, helping visitors understand the profound spiritual and astronomical knowledge that influenced their creation and how they are reflected in the temple's design. As night falls on days of significant celestial events, the temple is often illuminated for special ceremonies, casting a mystical glow over the complex and allowing both locals and visitors to experience a part of the temple's historic ritualistic life. Angkor Wat, a beacon of cultural heritage and architectural grandeur, has become one of the world's most revered tourist destinations, attracting millions of visitors each year who come to marvel at its historical and spiritual significance. The influx of tourism has spurred significant economic benefits for the local community, providing jobs in guiding, hospitality, and transportation. Artisans and craftsmen also find a thriving market for their skills, creating and selling traditional Cambodian crafts that reflect the artistic heritage of their ancestors. To manage the impact of such heavy tourist traffic, stringent preservation efforts have been implemented by both local authorities and international organizations. These measures ensure that the structural integrity and delicate carvings of Angkor Wat are maintained for future generations. Educational programs aimed at tourists seek to enhance their understanding of Angkor Wat's historical, architectural and spiritual context, fostering a deeper appreciation and a more respectful engagement with the site. Special walking paths and viewing platforms have been constructed to reduce wear and tear on the ancient stones. These pathways guide visitors through the complex, while offering strategic views that highlight the architectural marvels without compromising the temple's integrity. The Angkor Wat International Film Festival, held annually at the site, showcases documentaries and films about global heritage sites, raising awareness about the importance of preservation and the challenges posed by modernity to ancient wonders. Ticket revenues from entrance fees are funneled back into conservation projects, which include the meticulous cleaning of bas-reliefs, stabilization of structures, and the restoration of eroded sculptures, ensuring that the temple remains as intact as possible. The site is also a focal point for studies and research by archaeologists and historians, whose findings often lead to better understanding and techniques in preservation, contributing to the ongoing story of Angkor Wat. However, the balance between allowing access to visitors and preserving the sacredness and integrity of Angkor Wat is a continuous challenge. Regulations and visitor codes of conduct are strictly enforced, including dress codes and restricted access to more vulnerable areas of the temple. As night falls and the crowds thin, the temple takes on a serene, almost ethereal quality, allowing those who linger to experience the tranquility and mystical atmosphere that first drew ancient worshippers and continues to enchant visitors today. Beyond its stone walls and ancient corridors, Angkor Wat is surrounded by a vibrant natural ecosystem that plays a crucial role in the preservation and beauty of the site. The complex is nestled within a lush forest that provides not only a scenic backdrop, but also a habitat for diverse wildlife. The dense foliage around the temple serves as a natural barrier that protects the stone structures from erosion and weather damage. The roots of ancient trees intertwine with the ruins, in some areas supporting the stones, and in others threatening their stability, creating a delicate balance between nature and preservation. The moat surrounding Angkor Wat, originally designed for defense and spiritual symbolism, now acts as an important ecological zone. It supports various aquatic species and serves as a catchment for rainwater, helping to maintain the water level and protect the foundations of the temple from flooding. Birdwatchers and nature enthusiasts can spot a wide array of bird species in the canopy over Angkor Wat, including several rare and endangered species. The calls and songs of these birds add an auditory layer to the sensory experience of the temple, connecting visitors to the natural world that thrives amid the ancient ruins. Efforts to maintain the natural environment are integral to conservation strategies. Controlled vegetation management ensures that invasive species do not overwhelm the native flora, which is vital for maintaining the ecological balance and the historical authenticity of the site. The local climate, characterized by wet and dry seasons, influences both the temple and its surrounding ecosystem. Seasonal changes bring different landscapes to life around Angkor Wat, from lush greenery during the rains to the stark beauty of the dry season, each offering a unique perspective of the temple. Educational initiatives have been introduced to teach visitors about the ecological significance of Angkor Wat's surroundings. These programs emphasize the symbiotic relationship between the temple and its natural environment, highlighting how each element contributes to the preservation of the other. Conservationists work closely with archaeologists to ensure that the natural habitat is respected during excavation and restoration projects. This collaborative approach helps safeguard the biodiversity of the area while allowing for the careful study and preservation of the temple itself. Angkor Wat's natural setting not only enhances its mystical allure, but also plays a critical role in its survival. By understanding and maintaining this ecosystem, conservation efforts help ensure that Angkor Wat can continue to awe and inspire visitors for generations to come. As dusk settles over Angkor Wat, the fading light casts long shadows over the temple and forest alike, inviting a quiet reflection on the interconnectedness of nature and heritage. In this tranquil moment, the historical and natural elements of Angkor Wat converge, offering a serene reminder of the timeless beauty and enduring legacy of this iconic site. As our journey through Angkor Wat comes to a close, we are reminded of the profound layers of history, culture, and nature that coalesce at this majestic site. Each stone, each carving, and each tree around Angkor Wat tells a story of human endeavor, spiritual significance, and natural beauty. Angkor Wat stands not merely as a monument of the past, but as a living testament to the ingenuity and devotion of the Khmer Empire. It is a place where architecture and artistry, astronomy and spirituality, history and ecology intertwine to create a tapestry rich with meaning. The preservation efforts that safeguard Angkor Wat's structural and spiritual integrity also protect its stories and legends, which have been passed down through generations. These efforts ensure that the temple remains a source of knowledge, inspiration, and wonder for future generations. The global significance of Angkor Wat transcends borders and epochs, connecting us to a shared human heritage. It is a symbol of the universal quest for understanding and expression, reflecting the deep human need to create and to connect with something greater than ourselves. As visitors walk its expansive galleries and quiet corridors, they participate in a centuries-old tradition of pilgrimage and discovery. They are part of a continuing story, one that honors the past and contributes to the preservation of this incredible site. The serene ambiance of Angkor Wat at dawn, under the gentle light of morning, invites reflection and contemplation. It is a moment to ponder the enduring beauty of the temple and the fleeting nature of human endeavors against the backdrop of time. Angkor Wat's influence stretches far beyond its moat and forested borders, inspiring art, literature, and spiritual reflections across the globe. Its iconic silhouette serves as a muse to artists and a sanctuary to seekers, a place of peace and power equally. As night descends and the contours of Angkor Wat are silhouetted against the starlit sky, we are invited to consider our own place within the continuum of history. The temple, majestic and enduring, stands as a guardian of the past and a beacon for the future. In the quiet of the Cambodian jungle, the whispers of Angkor Wat continue to echo. These whispers call us to remember, to learn, and to dream, reminding us of the beauty and complexity of the human spirit. Let Angkor Wat, with its grandeur and grace, guide you into a restful repose, as it stands not just as a monument of stone, but as a bridge to the past, a path to inner tranquility, and a symbol of the eternal quest for understanding and harmony.